Hello everyone, Dennis Snow here. It is Monday, April 13th, and this is another entry in my video journal where I'm trying to focus in on those things that I can control versus the things that I cannot control. The suggestion that I'm going to offer today, probably many of you are already doing, maybe even most of you are already doing, but if you have not, it's something that works very, very well. And that's to schedule a virtual dining experience with friends or family or a combination of both. In an earlier journal entry, I mentioned that my wife Debbie and I were supposed to be in Italy last week, and obviously that didn't happen. The couple that we were supposed to go with, they live in Connecticut, we live here in Florida, and so we scheduled a virtual dining experience where we cooked dinner and we sat down together virtually over a Zoom call. It could have been any virtual conferencing platform, but we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful conversation, just like we would if we were dining together. I mean, there were some differences, obviously, but it was like we were dining together, and it was really a great experience. I think many of us, myself included, we're using Zoom and other platforms for business, maybe one-on-one discussions with friends or even family. But there's something about a dinner together that I think brings that level of togetherness to a whole different level, where you're actually sitting down and you're having a meal together and you're having those kinds of meal-based conversations where you get up and you go get seconds, those kind that you do in normal life. It was so successful that this past Saturday we did it with my son and daughter-in-law who live in California, and we had a wonderful time. They held up their dog so we could see the dog, but we all had this wonderful meal. And then yesterday on Easter, we had a big virtual dining experience where we had 17 people in 8 different locations, and we all had Easter dinner together. And there was a certain amount of chaos to it, which even when we get together in person, there's a certain amount of chaos to it, so that's okay. And there's some time spent getting everybody comfortable with the technology, making sure their cameras are on, their microphones are on and all that. But if you look at that as fun or even funny as opposed to frustrating, it helps you get over that. And there's some time spent doing that. It's always helpful if at least one person knows how to orchestrate everything. But it was a great time, and just watching my mom, as she was enjoying this dinner with her whole family virtually. Now, yes, it would have been better if we were together in person, but this was pretty good. It worked out pretty well. And again, we had conversation. People got up, they got their seconds. We got up, we had dessert. It was really a great experience, and I highly recommend it. The other good thing about a virtual dining experience is when you've had enough, you can just click off, say, I'm done, and click, rather than having to get up and make your goodbyes. Now, I would never do that, and I'm sure none of you would either. But everybody's in different circumstances, so you obviously need to figure out how this would work best for you. But that's my tip for today, is schedule a virtual dining experience with a friend or family members, and make it a real meal. Make it a real thing where you're preparing dinner or even ordering something to be delivered, but where you sit down, you have a meal together, you have conversation together. I think it brings a little bit more of again, that sense of togetherness in this challenging time. So stay healthy, stay strong, stay as positive as you can, and I hope to see you soon.